A little bit, yeah. They were playing last night. All right. With you. She was playing with you. All right.
I wish you guys would play together.
All right, you gotta be quiet and play over there for a bit, okay, bud? We're filming.
And then you're not doing Jiu-Jitsu today?
Well, I'm gonna teach the juniors after this. You gotta go over there with the ball, bud.
Okay.
You gotta be nice and quiet, otherwise no Fortnite. All right. So we're gonna go over guard passing. So we're gonna start with headquarters, which is my favorite position to stem all my passing options from. And then from headquarters, we'll go into all the different types of guards as well. And then maybe even touch on outside passing as well. So what is headquarters? So Mike is on bottom. Headquarters position, basically in a nutshell, is anytime I'm straddling one of Mike's legs and blocking out this other leg. So sometimes I'm pinning this outside leg with my knee, my shin. Sometimes I'm pinning it with my hand. Sometimes I'm just blocking it with my hand. But this position here where I'm like straddling over top of Mike's inside leg here that's under my butt and blocking out this outside leg is headquarters. So some variations of headquarters I'm going to be some variations I'm going to be butt in the air. Some variations my butt's going to be sitting back and I'm going to be like this. So we're going to go over both positions when I'm showing this. So the reason why I really like this position is it's really good against flexible people, because if we just go back to the position, to use flexibility, just keep your knee to your chest, yeah. To use flexibility here is going to be really hard because they can't put their feet on you, right? So like, even if Mike was really flexible here, if he can't pull his knee to his chest, it's going to be hard for him to put his foot on me, right? That's if I'm not pinning it. If I'm pinning it, then it's going to be even harder, right? This inside leg, since it's underneath me, it's also not able to be, he's not able to put his foot on me either, right? So it's a good position against flexible guard players. It's also really good because I'm taking away any guards that Mike has, but I'm also closing the distance at the same time, right? So he doesn't have a guard position here, right? This inside hook is essentially the only like grip that he has on me here, right? Whereas we're also closing the distance too. So like when we're trying to pass from outside, I'm really far away. If my partner makes a mistake, I still have to close that distance. When I'm in headquarters, if like, crush my own balls there, that was my fault. Whereas like we're in headquarters, if Mike makes a mistake here at any point, like I'm really close and I can make Mike pay for making mistakes even more. So, so I feel like the headquarters position is really good, especially in no-gi as well, because in no-gi it's harder to do outside the legs passes because it's harder to get like strong grips on the legs to be able to go around them. So on that note, headquarters. So when I'm controlling headquarters, Liam. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, yeah, sure, when you pause. Really? Yeah, oh, all right. Sorry about the pause there. So just come this way just a little bit. So hips up versus hips down. So hips down, or like a smashing kind of headquarters position, I'm going to use in certain scenarios, and I'm going to use like this floating headquarters position in other scenarios as well. So I'm going to use the smashing or the hips down type of headquarters position when I know my partner is trying to pull me forward and elevate me, right? So, and that's assuming that I don't like just going straight to the floating. If I like doing float passing from headquarters, if my partner is trying to elevate me here, like I'll just go with it. But if I want to avoid using the floating style passing, then I'll use this smashing style first, right? So we're here. The things that I need to be aware of, this outside leg, so let's just have your head facing the camera. The outside leg here is kind of like knee in, but leg back. It's not impossible for Mike to grab this leg, but I'm usually scooping it. But it's going to be harder for Mike to get underneath me because my knee is pinching in and my leg is further back. I don't want my leg way up here like this, where now Mike can get underneath me for X-guard or reverse de la Hiva type stuff. So this leg is always back. This hand is cupping his knee so that Mike can't pull his knee to his chest, place his foot on my hip, and start escaping the position. So I'm cupping the knee here. This knee and this hand are going to do different things depending on how I want to control my partner and how my partner's trying to escape. I can have this knee down, pinning his bottom leg, or I can have this knee off the ground floating and my hand posting on the mat here in front of his knee. They accomplish the same thing. So if I have my knee pinning his leg here, I can use my hands on Mike, like if he's framing me, like I can use my hands on Mike here without having to use my hand to control Mike's leg, right? But sometimes Mike might be trying to escape his leg by pushing on my knee. I might have to post on the mat where he can't retract his leg to his chest anymore to escape that leg, right? So depending on what's going on, my knee sometimes is pinning this leg, or my hand is sometimes pinning this leg, all right? Some of the things we have to worry about on this leg is either him bringing his knee to his chest, where he can put his foot on me, like on my chest, yeah, and pushing me away, or him doing like an elbow escape here, where he slips his knee to the inside and goes back to like that butterfly guard here. All right, so that's why we're pinning that bottom leg. All right. Pinching your back there. All right. My butt is down, and I'm constantly driving pressure into his shin to make his foot go to his butt, so it's harder for him to elevate me or to push me backwards with his knee. All right. So this is kind of like the basic positioning of me on top when I'm in headquarters with my hips down. With my hips up, now, instead of pinning and controlling his legs directly with pressure, I'm going to control his legs by being so far forward that even if he has an option to bring his knees to his chest, he's not going to be able to put his feet on me because I'm so far forward, all right? So if he brings his knees to his chest here, I'm going to be floating over the top here like this. So just back up a little bit, just to make sure I'm in the camera here. So before, my hips are going down and squishing his legs. With the floating style, I'm going over his head so much that like even if I don't control his legs right now, if he tries to bring his knees to his chest and put his feet on me, like I'm so far forward, it's hard for him to do so. He'd have to like push me back to get his feet back on top of me, right? My hips, same thing. I'm going so far over his knee that even if he tries to lift me with that hook, since I'm like towards his knee, it's really hard for him to elevate with that leg. Yeah. And I'm cramming his knee to his chest, yeah. Which is tiring over time because you're constantly having somebody putting their weight on your legs, and it's like making you like do a stretch over a long period of time, and it's just uncomfortable and heavy and tiring. My hands, when I'm doing the floating style passing with my hips up, my hands are posting on the mat, right? Just like before, if I feel like this outside leg might be getting on me, sometimes I'll take my hand from posting to posting near the knee or blocking out the outside leg, right? So if this leg starts escaping, sometimes my hand might be going here, right? Lower so he can't bring his knee to his chest,
right? The whole time I'm floating, making him carry my weight. And doing this style passing gives me the opportunity now to beat him at the legs. So that's the goal of the float passing, is bringing my weight forward so I can untangle the legs first and then get control of his upper body after I pass his legs. Yeah, so on that note, let's just go over the main ways that my partner is going to escape from a floating passing. It's kind of the same idea. Is the elbow escape, right? Yeah, where he gets butterfly hooks in. He might try and elevate me by grabbing my hips and lifting me up to get this leg inside. Yeah.
It's heavy.
And he might try and free his inside leg, right? No, here, let me do it to you. So we're here, he's floating over the top. Sometimes they might off balance you to the side, so I can free my foot back to the hip, to like a Dilla Diva, right? Most of the escapes from this position are going to be them trying to elevate you or free their leg, right? With the hips down, a lot of the escaping options that they're going to be trying to do is elbow escapes and framing and putting their feet on you to remove their inside leg. So how we'll do this is we'll go over kind of the main passes from these positions, and then we'll go over afterwards how to stop the escape options of the person on bottom, and then we'll get into the specific guards when we do escape and get to them, and so on and so forth.